Hello, this is Bill Hamilton with the UF Law eDiscovery Tech Features webinar series, where we discuss innovative and important features that you may want to see in your eDiscovery software. Today I have with me Matthew Dodge of Logikcull. Welcome to the show, Matthew.
Thanks, Bill. It's a pleasure to be here.
One of the difficult problems that we've experienced in eDiscovery is how to get the data into our software platform so we can start slicing and dicing it, looking at it, and building our story. This is frequently a hassle. What is the format? How do we upload it? And frankly, it's kept people away, I think, from using cloud platforms because of that transfer process. Have you heard about that from your clients? Is this an apprehension you guys have had to deal with?
Absolutely. Yeah, Bill, we couldn't agree more. We hear it a lot. Logikcull and the technology behind it really makes those complex processes associated with discovery simple and automatic. So you, as many others may know it, as collection or processing or maybe even ingestion. In Logikcull, it's just upload. Simple and secure upload. Easy as dragging and dropping and you're done. And our customers, as you mentioned, have been demanding a tool that really would allow them to do more with less and really take back that control of the discovery process. We call it discovery automation. And law firms, big and small, Fortune 500s, startups based out here in San Francisco and all over the country, even the US government, are utilizing technology to speed up this processing. But more importantly, creating a simple and repeatable workflow that's accurate and safe.
Well, I like those words, automation, from an attorney's point of view. I don't want to spend a lot of time dealing with the technology behind it. I want to dig into the data. So what's the workflow that I would face as an attorney?
Easy, as I mentioned, drag and drop your data, which I'll show you. PSTs, zips, Office docs, even third-party productions. Just drag and drop those into the web-based platform from any location. I mean, you guys can use an iPhone, a tablet, of course, your laptop or a computer, and let Logikcull go to work. Logikcull will automate all those essential processing steps from organizing the data, indexing the data, extracting all of the metadata, performing deduplication on those emails, OCRing, even scanning for viruses. Logikcull is going to automatically perform all of those essential processing steps that vendors tend to miss. Documents are then imaged for review, and the attorney, like you, can get straight to doc review and subsequent billing. Logikcull will even email you, a complete exception report, which is really neat too, which allows you to take the pulse of a project really instantly from anywhere.
Well, I like that because I know what drag and drop is. I think I can do that. And then you're telling me Logikcull takes care of the rest, and then I'm ready to drive and take a look at my data so I can go out there and get the best possible result for my client?
Certainly does. Yep.
Well, let's show everybody how it works. I'd like to see it.
Great. Well, I'll go ahead and do a quick screen share here. And as you can see here, we're just on the Logikcull homepage here, because again, it is completely cloud hosted. So you guys will just need a modern web browser and you're good to go. You'll sign on directly on logikcull.com and immediately be prompted this screen. And I've got a sample litigation case here. That's primarily the use case within Logikcull. Obviously, there's others like subpoenas and FOIAs and internal investigations for some of our corporate customers. But uploading the data, again, is as easy as dragging and dropping. So I've got a case here, and I'm going to go ahead and take some data from my desktop over here, which is a client zip. So maybe you as an attorney would get a CD drive, a thumb drive, a flash drive, however you're receiving it, maybe a PST with a bunch of emails. All you have to do as a user is take the data, drag it into the platform like this.
And I can do that right from my desktop. I don't need
Absolutely.
to upload it or put it on a disk or anything?
Absolutely. This takes the manual steps away from it and also gives you back that control. And remember, all of this is billable hours because these are things that you guys are doing in-house now. So I can go ahead and...
It's efficient too. Not merely is it billable, but it's efficient. The client's getting great quality from this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's an automated process too. So it's a repeatable process, as I mentioned earlier. As you can see, the data that we just dragged and dropped there, Bill, it just transferred to Amazon Web Services, which is where we're going to actually start doing the processing of that data. And you can see what's happening with that data. We're actually going to be analyzing that data up front. We're going to do all of those necessary steps of processing, which is what I mentioned earlier with the OCRing, the metadata text extracting, so that everything is going to be searchable, no matter what type of data that you get. And then we're also doing some post-processing. And this is super neat. We could probably have a whole nother conversation about some of the QC tags, which stand for quality control, which essentially is just logical identifying key documents that might be of interest to you. So for instance, maybe documents that had email threads. We group all of those threads together and we apply a nice QC tag to those called email threading. And another one that's really neat for a lot of our law firm customers and even government agencies is the ability to QC tag a document that is potentially privileged, which is really neat. And that's based on all the metadata fields from email addresses of law firms.
So let me see if I have this right. What you're able to do in post-processing is to help the review attorney help me look through this data by giving me a heads up in advance as to what might be an email thread, for example, or what documents might be potentially privileged?
That's exactly right.
Wow, that's very cool. Matthew Dodge, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here with Logikcull. If our viewers want to learn more about Logikcull, how would they go about doing that?
I certainly advise anyone interested to visit our website, logikcull.com. They can view demo videos. All of those are customized to specific use cases because we know that people aren't all the same in terms of use cases. So we've got eDiscovery, litigation, internal investigations, responding to those third-party subpoenas, and even FOIA requests, and so much more.
Wonderful. This is Bill Hamilton at UF Law with our eDiscovery Tech Feature Series. I'd like to thank Matthew Dodge for being here with me today. And go ahead and do eDiscovery. Thank you all.
Thanks, Bill.